Hey everyone, welcome back to the Healthy Body Podcast. I am your host, Bran, and I have today with me Jenny, actually, who's a fellow entrepreneur, but also a member of the Healthy Body Academy, which is my coaching membership program, really designed to help women overcome yo-yo dieting, honor their bodies, and get a healthy body they love and they're proud of. So thank you so much for joining us today, Jenny.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
I'm so excited, guys, because, if you've been following me for a while, the Academy launched in November, and I've had just an amazing group of women that, I just love it when they support one another, and they're just really rocking this program. They're watching the master classes and implementing one thing at a time in all these areas of a healthy body. And Jenny joined, I think, last month, but she's already been like, I'm all in, and she's just been taking kind of one thing at a time versus like all of the suggestions. And she's just been implementing one thing and has seen just results in how she feels. And so, Jenny, will you just share us a little before we get into the Academy, share a little bit about you, who you are, kind of what you do, what your business is, where you're from, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Academy.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thanks again, Brianna, for having me on your podcast. It's such an amazing pleasure to be here. Like Brianna said, I'm Jenny Lyn-Allen, and I'm a certified professional coach, and I focus specifically on marriage and mindset for Christian female entrepreneurs who have purpose-driven businesses. And I joined the Healthy Body Academy simply because I realized that as a purpose-driven entrepreneur myself, the requirements of that, I realized that self-care is so important. It's really an important thing for us to honor our bodies, and that's what Brianna is all about. And so I realized as I was going after my purpose that that's something that I really needed to take seriously. And so as Brianna said, I started just last month and just went fully ahead with that, and it's been amazing. And so I'm actually originally, I forgot to mention, I'm originally from Antigua, but I'm now living in Canada. So such a change and transition. But it's been amazing, and I'm just really enjoying the work that I'm doing in living out my purpose, just to see Christian women live life to their fullest potential the way that God intended.
Yes, I think it's just such a great example as we, I think both you and I have a really heart to see women thriving in multiple areas of their lives. And it's so easy in that to see and yearn for the well-being of another person and not necessarily take care of ourselves. But we are, we're no good to, I actually, the podcast last week by Stacey Stills, who's also a Christian woman, she's in the fitness industry, and she just said a quote saying, you can't give from an empty vessel. Like, she just realized that once she had her 3 sons, she was just going. She's like, I need to take care of myself. And from that place of honor and love for herself and her body is how she is now leading women really well. Like, you watch her fitness classes like on Facebook, it's just like, wow, Stacey's going, she's going. And so I just think it's such a great example that we can be to even our kids. Like, mom loves you, our family, I love you, but I need to take care of myself because, once you get older, no one's going to tell you to do that. You have to decide that for yourself, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And yes, and I could, totally relate to that because not just the fact that I'm a mom, I have 2 little ones, but for me also, it was a situation where I'm a person who I put everyone ahead of myself. I put everyone and everything. And so I was so focused on taking care of everyone else that, and it's still, it's a progress and it's a process. It's still very easy for me to do that. And so that's, part of the reason why I joined the Academy was to kind of have that accountability because, we can think in our minds that, yeah, I need to do this or this is important, but to actually, move towards the goals that we set for ourselves, that accountability piece is so important. And I'm so grateful that that's something that I'm really enjoying inside the Academy.
So good. So tell us, when you joined, it was about nutrition, nourishing your body with food. And then this month is about soulful to sensational with exercise. So tell us a little bit about the one main thing that you focused on for each of those months and kind of what was the result of that.
Yeah, it's so interesting because, just when I heard about it, like the topics for the masterclass, the nutrition, and I'm thinking about food. And to be honest, my relationship with food hasn't been very good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew that there was, a lot that I needed to deal with concerning food, and I felt overwhelmed just thinking about it. But when I actually watched the masterclass that you put together, and you really started with the basics and just really worked up and given us information, from so many angles. But the thing surprisingly that stood out for me was just drinking enough water, just giving your body enough water. And so I decided, wow, I don't even think I've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually started to take that one step of just making sure that my body got all the the water that it needed. And the thing that really helped me, because I can be a little bit of a techie.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing that really helped me was having that app that really just reminded me to make sure that I'm staying hydrated and having enough water. And that was my main focus the whole month. And since I've been doing that now it's easier for me. At first it was really hard, but now it's a lot easier for me. And with that, I saw just like huge changes, because before I started the academy, I remember thinking, oh, I'm just so tired all the time. Like, I'm tired. And I would sleep some more, but I just still felt tired all the time. And that was one of the things that I noticed once I started to just hydrate, make sure that I was staying hydrated. My energy levels actually started to go up. I felt like I started to detox. I went through so many things with just that one step, simple, small step of just focusing on staying hydrated. I'm still slowly making my way up to the actual nutrition bit, but that alone was just like huge. And the second month, now we're focusing on exercise. Again, it was the same thing. I didn't know what to expect, because I don't have such a good history with exercise. Well, I should say recent history, because when I was growing up, I was always involved in, sports, and that all kind of changed when I was in university, and I just hadn't been able to kind of get back into it. So I didn't know what to expect, and I kind of had an aversion to exercise, just because I thought, oh, I don't think I want to lose any more weight. And so I had that, and I am just so grateful, Brandon, the way you kind of coached me through it and helped me to work through my blocks concerning even the nutrition piece and with exercise. And so the one simple step that I started with that was walking, just walking. And it's been amazing. I actually look forward to my workout times now. I never thought that I would be able to be even saying that, but just that simple step this month and the one last month, just those two things, those two key pieces have been amazing so far.
Yeah, I just think it's so amazing, because even you're like, although I'm working on the nutrition piece, it's like water, as you know, as I mentioned in that masterclass, it's like, it is so fundamental. And I think we all know, like, this is what I love to do in these masterclasses. We all know why we should do these things. We don't know why. And it's once you know why, you're like, you want to start with the most basic thing, which is drinking water, which is allowing it to detox your system, which is allowing your tear ducts to come if you need a little crying or whatever, right? Your skin and all these different things that your water actually does to make your body run well. So it's like, yeah, you do that when you're ready to, like, whatever, incorporate more veggies, then you're ready to do that. But then it becomes a habit,
right?
Each thing. And then I love that you kind of talk about walking, because I was actually reflecting on my own story today on this, and it's just, that's what I started with. And when you're making it so simple, and it becomes enjoyable, as you're saying, you look forward to it. And Leslie Sanson, she's like my girl. Like, she's just like energetic, like, you just want to walk when she's on there, right?
I know. It's hard. It's funny too, because I even got my son involved.
Oh, there you go.
And even he was excited. He's like 6 years old, and he was like, "Wow, Mom, are you gonna walk today?" So that was pretty cool. Like, she really does bring a lot of energy to it, and I think that's something that you even stressed in the academy, was just to well, not only start simple, but start with something that you enjoy, right? And so that's just so important, just to have that, make sure that you have the element of fun, because then it doesn't really feel like something to be dreaded.
Yes.
And so, so I really do enjoy just the way that you kind of, you give us the information, and then you allow us the room and the space to kind of take from it wherever we are,
right,
and apply it to our individual situations.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I have so much fun myself in the academy. Like, I look forward to like making the classes, you know, the calls, the group. Like, it's one of the first things I want to do each day, just because, you know, it's such a great group of women that, like, you know, women like yourself that are in it for the real reasons. They're not ready. They don't want to do this dieting, extreme exercise living program. They want to honor their bodies, and they want to get a healthy body that they love, like they love, not anyone else loves, they love, and they're proud of. And I just think you're just a really great example of what it means to dive in. What is one of your, I don't know, you can say one of your favorite parts about the academy that you just want to tell people about?
Well, yeah, just like I said, it's there's a lot of information in there, so you can even go back, you know, take it at your own pace. And I really love that it's a group setting, you know, but you still get that individual attention, and you're still able to apply it to your unique situation. I love Brianna. She's such an encourager. She's so amazing.
Barnabas over here.
Yeah, she's so good at helping you through those blocks, and she's just like a wealth of information. It could be like, oh, well, I don't know what to try to say. Hey, did you check this out? Hey, how about this? And how about that? And so it's like, you have no excuses, really.
Yeah.
None. And it's really fun, because she makes it fun as well in the group, because we do focus on different themes each month, but then within that, there's some fun things like within the group, like Friendship Friday, and just sharing fun stuff, you know. So it really is like a community, like a sisterhood, and it's really light-hearted. So it's not intense at all. So it's not come on, work.
Yes.
Which is really good. And so I really like that fact that it's easygoing, but still it's enough for you to get results, to see results, to see changes.
Right.
And so I really like that.
Awesome. Well, it has been a joy to have you. I'm like, yes. I just love having you there. So thank you so much. You know, so if you were to say, allow us to wrap up now, but what is, like, if someone's listening and they're like, I'm kind of thinking about getting support, maybe, you know, maybe finances are a barrier, or maybe time, because that's actually a big objection that I get, is just like the time, like we're all so busy. What would you say to them if they're considering kind of joining and checking out the academy?
Yeah, and so one of the things that I really love about the academy is that you set your time. Like, you decide when you want to focus on workouts, what time you want, and that was something that really helped. It's like, well, how can you make that a priority? My whole reason, like Brianna said, for joining the academy, and this is what I really want people to focus on, because we can get so caught up with like weight and stuff. And my reasoning for being there is not for weight at all. It's not for losing weight or anything like that. But really think about, you know, what's a bigger reason for you to do this? And for me, and I'm just going to share briefly my big why. One of the big whys that came out just this month when thinking about exercise and the benefits of exercise was the fact that exercise is really, you know, beneficial in so many ways, but it's been known to be preventative against so many diseases. And the one that kind of stood out for me was cancer. And then it kind of brought back, you know, my whole history and stuff with my biological father who passed away from cancer. And just recognizing that, you know, not that any of us want that diagnosis, but for me, it's kind of like, wow, you know, my dad actually had this thing. And so for me, that was a big why, just to rearrange my schedule to make exercise a priority because I had that bigger why. And so I would just encourage people to think about the bigger why for honoring your body, for making your health a priority. It's about your health, you know, and especially, you know, if you're a purpose-driven person and, you know, you have big goals and big dreams and you want to make this huge impact in the world, you're definitely going to need your health to be able to go the distance. And so it's just a matter of thinking about the big why, think about the big picture, think about the big vision that you have and why that might be important, and just recognize that it's in a group setting, but it's totally up to you. It's an individualized plan that you could take, and it's a supportive community. And Brian is just awesome. So
I gotta get you to sell the academy, man. Shoot. You're just like
Brian is shared. One step at a time.
One step at a time.
That as you take one step, how things begin to fall into place. So just take that one step. What is that one step that you take for your health?
Yes. So good. All right. Well, Jenny, you can just talk about the academy for me then, because you're so good. But again, just such a joy to have you and all the other women in there. And can't wait to see as we continue to go on. For those listening, you could go on to the website, madewell345.com/healthybodyacademy, and you'll get everything that's included. You'll get the upcoming topics. Next month, we're talking about digestion and actually what it means to care for your gut, because actually most of your immune system's in your gut. Then the next month, we're talking about detoxing, getting rid of toxins in our environment. And then I forgot mindset and habits. And we just keep going on and on. I know. I'm so excited. I'm like, can we just do it all now? But no, one bit at a time, one step at a time. And I just wanted to say, for those thinking about it too, this month I am offering a bonus for the first 2 women to join. They're going to get a free walking DVD from Leslie Sanson, the one that Jenny's
amazing.
Yes, she's so good. That's the ones I started with too. So has a special place in my heart. So it is only at this point $67 US to join per month. You could do it per month. You could do it per year. You can join for as long as you want. But it's totally up to you. Again, it's all about customizing what works for you. So again, go to madewell345.com/healthybodyacademy. Check it out. And we hope to have you there. All right. So thank you, Jenny.
My pleasure, guys. See you inside the academy.
See you. Bye.
Bye.